Hey guys, a lot of you guys might not know it, but I also build engines and transmissions and rear ends, and I'm a little bit of do it all type of person. Um, I love building motors. I just don't get to do it very often. But I'm gonna do a little video and show you guys how to file fit rings if you're building let's say a high horsepower motor that's got forged pistons and all forged internals. My particular pistons came with file fit rings. They're Wiseco forged pistons, and I'm going to give y'all a little how-to video on how to figure out what your clearances need to be and how to file fit them. So stay tuned. Okay guys, like I was saying, this is a 351 Windsor. It's been bored 30 over. I have already, of course we're not going to be looking at the crank right now, we're just looking at the rings. So got your calipers, turn it on. Let's see, we're going to make sure it's zeroed out. We're going to hit zero it out. And this bore should be right from top to bottom. So we're just going to measure it up here at the top. And let's see if y'all might can see this. It's showing, well, it's 4.03. See if I can get to do it again. I know it's 4.03. Can't get to it now. Cold in here. That's going to change it a little bit. It's between 4.02 and 4.03. As you can see. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and look at your paperwork that came with your pistons and your rings. These are Wiseco pistons. These are forged. They've had a lot of work done on them. I'm running 205 AFR Renegade heads on this. These are file fit rings. These are Wiseco. And of course they're not the right size. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 4.03 and you're going to multiply it by, this is just going to be a straight strip engine. So it says the top ring, it wants 0.0045 thousandths. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 4.03 times 0.0045. And that's going to give you your clearances. And it seems like, if memory serves me right, that's like around 18 thousandths. 19 thousandths. And you're going to do the same thing with your second ring. 4.03 times 0.0050, and that's going to give you your clearance for your second ring. So we're going to shoot for let's just say it was 18,000. I don't know what it is offhand. Let's just say it was 18 thousandths. Let's say 19 thousandths, or round it up to 20. You can round it up to 20 because I mean you could go bigger. I mean if you're going to run nitrous or turbo, you could go bigger. So let's just round it up to 20 thousandths. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your rings out of your pack. Your top ring is steel. Second ring is iron. So this will be your top ring. So we're going to do the second ring first. And we're just going to lay it in the hole. I've done this one and this one, so we're going to do the third one. We're going to lay it in the hole. We're going to use a piston to square it up. Okay. Now we're going to find 20 thousandths. And I got it right here. Of course you can't see that, but it says 20.020. And we're going to check it. And the gap is so small, I'll probably won't be able to get this in there. But let's see what we got here. Yep, 20 thousandths won't go in there. Seems like 10 is where these things are at. Yep, it's at 10 thousandths. So So we're going to have to take an additional 10 thousandths off of this ring. Well, let's say, no, this is the second ring. So it was 50. Okay, we're going to shoot for 25 thousandths on this ring. Let's go over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this in here just like this. And you want to turn your rock towards the, you want to turn it this direction. You don't want to turn it this direction, because if you do, you're liable to chip the edge of your ring. It's liable to pull the edge off. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it inwards towards the inside edge of the ring. So what I do is I just lay, and this is cheap, this is from Amazon. I just rotate it. I usually count to 10 and then go check it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see the buildup on the ring. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Come on now, focus. Well, can't get nothing to focus. There it is. You see that buildup on the edge of that ring? That's the material that we just took off. So I'm going to go check it right quick. No, still needs quite a bit taken off. And I like just taking it off of one side of the ring. I don't like taking it off of both sides, because that's just more you're going to have to deburr. And you want to keep it squared up in your jig here. You don't want it grinding, you know, you don't want to grind it like this or like this. You want to set it in here, flush, and flush against the rock. Let's see, I forgot to count. And it's got to have quite a bit taken off, so I'm going to go again. And it didn't take that much off. As you can see, that little bit of buildup. Okay, we're going to try it again. See where we're at. Let's say we're shooting for 25. Let's just see where we're at. Yep, just shy of going in there. Probably like 1,000ths off, so we will try it again. I can see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on the ring right here. And I mean, you can lay it in here like this and do the same thing, and you've got more to lay this on. Just as long as you're turning it in this direction, it'll work the same. But for some reason, this little jig, it cuts better if you got it laying on that side. I don't know why. We'll do it this way just to show you it works both ways. You just got to make sure you've got this squared up with your rock. Put a little pressure against it. I don't like it going this way, because you got to push in on this to really get to grind. And it just don't, I don't know, it just don't work good for me that way. I like going this way. I can pull against the handle and cut more off the surface of the ring. See how this right here moves back and forth? You can push the ring up against it and then pull on the handle this direction while you're turning, and it cuts a lot more off. This is the second ring, so it's a lot softer and it cuts a lot easier. Now you can see, whenever I push these together, it's still square. So we know we're doing good. Let's particular engine, I'm gonna go 25 thousandths on the second ring and 20 thousandths on the top ring. So, where am I at here? I ain't gonna focus, of course. 25. This thing won't hardly zoom in for nothing. But there it is. Good snug fit on 25. Well, there it was. There we go. I can't get the focus, but that's it. 25 thousandths. Now just let me show y'all how tight this is when they come out of these packs. So that second ring is ready. Other than I'm going to take and you don't really have to file a whole lot off these to deburr them. Like I said, I just filed off one side. So what I do is I take a piece of 320 sandpaper and this thing, there we go. Just barely knock the edge off of that right there, off the edge. You're just barely rounding it over. You don't have to do nothing massive. So on this first ring, I'll show you how close it is right out of the pack. And you could put a ring, you could install a ring on this, and that would help you kind of really just get it dead on accurate, trued up. But I shove it way down in the bore, and it's pretty tight. Gets me real close. But yeah, look how tight this thing is. You can't even see between it. Just barely can see between it. See, I can't get this stupid camera. Just barely can. See that? Just a little bit of light shining through. That ain't even 10 thousandths. That's more like a thousandths. There ain't no way that would go in there. Nope, that's 10 thousandths right there. Well, see what. So that ring right there is going to have a lot taken off of it. Like I said, I rounded it up on this engine. I think it was supposed to be like 18 on the first ring. So I just went to 20. 20 thousandths on the top and 25 on the second. And then on my oil scraper rings, I think the minimum is like 10 thousandths. So far they've been coming out pretty good, pretty close. So, but that's it, guys. That's pretty much all you gotta do. This is something else I do. After I file fit my rings and I get them deburred, I deburr them with a piece of 320. I just slightly hit the edges. You know, I don't do nothing extreme. If you'll look at your ring from the factory, it has a real hard edge. So I just slightly deburr it. But I'll put my rings back in my little bag and I'll number them. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. Number 1's on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll mark my little baggie. So I've got 1, 2, 3 done so far. So I'll just keep going around the block and number them as I go. And then whenever I go to assemble this engine, it makes it easier on me. The rings are already file fitted. They're numbered. They'll go right back in the hole. And they'll go back in the hole that they were filed for. So everything will be good. So that's it, guys. I hope maybe that can help somebody. I'm sure there's a lot smarter people on YouTube that can explain it a little better. But that's just how I do it. Sorry if it's kind of all over the place. But like I said, hopefully it'll help somebody. And maybe I made it a little easier to understand than some of those big technical guys on YouTube. This is small time stuff here at my shop. I'm just doing it to the best of my abilities. And like I said, I hope it helps somebody. And if you like it, like the video and subscribe. And leave a comment. I'll read all the comments. If I did something wrong, let me know. So, thanks, guys.